Bet you guys are wondering what I'm up to today. Well, I've had a pretty rough freaking week. Again, I decided to take off today. Head out, check out the woods. Just kind of set up a base camp and probably take a good siesta. I think that's what my plans are going to be. I came by the shelter here. Jeremy asked me to come by and check it out because he had a friend that wanted to use it. And well, I'll let you see for yourself. I'm thinking there's been an epic structural failure. It's gone. Yep, he's going to have to come out here and clean this mess up. So I sent him a message. We'll see what he says. Yeah. Hey, but the ladder's still here. After doing some searching, I found a couple locations, but I think this one's going to work. It's got a tree here, tree there, hammock there, shelter there. Actually, I've got a bunch of materials over there from the shelter that kind of collapsed in on itself. I can bring down here and I can clean that area up and get all that plastic out of here so nobody knows it was here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this location. It's got a lot of potential. Plus, I can see the railroad tracks. And if I build a fire in this area, the smoke will go that way and away from the railroad so I won't get spotted. Well, things got interesting as usual. I'm up there getting ready to bundle up all these man-made materials. I'm gonna drag them out with me and throw them in the trash. And I was gonna scatter out all the building materials that were used for the shelter, and I thought, you know what? They're still in really good condition, and this happened. I'm building a shelter. This is gonna be an unusual shelter. I don't have much bank line to work with. In fact, I barely have any left at all, so I gotta be real sparing with it. But I just got some cross sections. One down here, that goes to that tree. I needed to do something about this section over here. I think it's not gonna hold. I might have some 550 left in my pack. And still, I'll incorporate that in there because this ain't doing nothing. We'll get rid of that. But yeah, do something with this and tighten this up and it'll be a lot better. Then I had to add this support right here to keep it from caving in on itself because that's pretty weak right there. Okay, now this tarp, that's part of that shelter up there. I'm thinking, you know, I can use this to put on this shelter. One little problem, it has that silver side. Sunlight's coming from here. If I put the silver side there, it's gonna reflect off there, shoot down to the railroad tracks, they're gonna see it. Okay, that's not gonna fly. They'll send somebody up here investigating. If I put the silver side on the back, sunlight, boom, boom, same thing, somebody's gonna see it. So I'm thinking, I don't know how big it is, but if I can flip it inside out somehow and put it on there so I have a brown on the top and brown on the inside, nobody's gonna see it. And just kind of camo it in a little bit. So I think that's what I'm gonna do next. Then I'll lay some of these supporting poles on there to help hold the tarp on and go from there. So while I was up there stuffing Mylar in a milk jug I found, and I'll get to that a little bit later because I'm still cleaning that area up while I'm working on this one. Came up with an idea. Okay, so I got the tarp, it's tied on, and you see how this is. If it does rain, the water will come down here and go down this rock, on, down the cliff. I was thinking, because I'm just about out of bank line. I've got it tied off here, here, and there, and there. What I'm going to do, we got some of these poles left over from the other shelter. So I'm going to run these down here like that, put a point on it, ram that into the ground, and then kind of just tie it on here, hopefully hold that in place. So that shouldn't be a problem. I've got this tied off here, there, and I'm going to get some rocks and put on there and then cover that up with some debris so you won't see that silver, because you won't see it as bad down here as you would up here. And this side, so it's completely covered, so you won't see that either. So I'm happy with that. Now I just got to get that section secured in there with these poles, and I've got a lot to work from. So let me show you where I'm at now. Let's buzz around to the back side. Got all them supports in there. It's holding the tarp on really nice. Resupported this corner and put pressure on this corner here just to keep this guy from popping out, because he kept popping out. So there's a lot of pressure on this back section, and the tarp is in place. No problems there. Buzz around to the front side. Hang on a minute. There we go. Out of bank line. I mean, I got a little bit left, but I want to save that to carry the trash out. So I put 2 poles there and there, tied them together, and what I did is weaved this pole here, weaved it through there, and let's come around here, weaved it in there and here, and it put pressure down on these poles, and it's holding them in place. I found a little piece of 550, and I'll use that to hold that there. I want to cut these off eventually there. Not that one, and that one. Okay, so the next thing is, let's buzz up top real quick, and I'll show you what I want to do next. We got all this beautiful debris right here that I could put down on that bottom part of the shelter, and nobody would see the shiny part of the tarp. This is what I found. I must have been 8 freaking Mylar blankets. I'm going to kick somebody in the balls. I stuffed them in that 1 gallon milk jug and in that Gatorade bottle. Next thing I need to do is make a trash can so I can haul these out with me. Actually, I'm going to use one of these to transport some of those materials down there. So that will be the next step in the project. Well, I kind of jumped ahead on you guys a little bit. I've been busy. Okay, first we got to get out of this hammock. You thought it was easy from high up. You should try it low down. Put the hammock in there. And it fit. I need to actually probably take that end down a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm not going to stay the night. And I don't think it's going to rain anyway. Oh, where are we? Actually, you know, if I yeah, I'll mess with that in a minute. I'm going to put the thermal rest in the bottom, though, because my butt was touching the ground and got a little cold. We have leaves, debris on the bottom of the shelter, and if I wanted to get spunky, I would do the whole thing. But I'm not worried about it. They're not going to look up here because there's going to be nothing shiny for them to see. It is 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30. So I think I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm going to build a fire here, so that's going to be a trench fire, and I've got some rocks I can transport from up there to down here and put in the trench fire, so we won't have no uh-ohs. The wind's really died down, like the man upstairs. So, trench fire, work on that hammock a little bit more, and then dinner, and then we'll see what happens from there. Did something a little different on this trench fire. I went down 1.5 feet till I reached the clay. On the bottom we got rocks, sides we got rocks, on the top we got rocks, and there's our dirt to put the fire out. And I'm thinking the rocks will hold the heat in a lot longer and project it into the shelter with no problem at all. So we're gonna get this lit, and we're gonna get some dinner because it is, it's about 4 o'clock. So yeah, I need to get moving on this. I mean, I think we got 3, maybe 4 hours of sunlight left. I still got a couple other things I want to do. Very nice fire going, and it is freaking hot. So I'm going to have to take my jacket off and shed a couple layers. I don't want to sweat because the hike out of here is going to be brutal in the dark. Probably 4:30, maybe 5. I don't know. So what we're going to have, this better be chicken, or I'm going to be very upset. I think this is chicken. Yep, it's got a chicken on it. It's chicken. We're going to have chicken ramen noodles. We're going to put in the good old chicken chunks and my regular mashed potatoes. And we're going to use, that's very freaking hot. And we're going to use Mr. Stanley for that project. And I sent out a message to a friend of mine, and hopefully he will show up and help me carry that trash bag out. We'll see. Okay, this is what I want to do. I've been preheating this sucker, and you can hear she's kind of sizzling now. And I want to pour the chicken chunks. Oh, come here, Mr. Spoon. Oh, there we go. Get out of there. We're gonna, kind of hard to do with one hand. Into the boiling water. Put that over there. All right, like that. Including that guy. Oh, man, that was a big one too. All right, I dropped one. And then we're gonna add this into the chicken chunks and then kind of boil it that way and see how it comes out. Hopefully the flavors will blend. I think so. Oh, I need to stir my taters. Whew. Best TV ever. All right, dinner's done. I started cleaning the area up. I'm gonna pack everything away, put my hammock on my thermal rest, and I'll do that last minute because I don't want to be loading up my pack and when it gets dark. Maybe 2.5, 3 hours of sunlight left if we're lucky. So I'm gonna hang out, kind of relax a little bit. I mean, there hasn't been a train by in, I'll say, at least a couple hours, which is really odd. Really freaking odd. Huh. Must be a slow day for him. Look at that view. We got some fellers up the street from me setting up camp where I tore that shelter down. Cool, huh? We'll have to go up and pay them a visit when they get done doing whatever they're doing. I talked to them for a little bit. They're cool. I can't tell you who they are or where they came from, but yeah. Neighborhood's getting crowded. It looks like he's going to try to build a shelter there. Interesting. Guess who just showed up? He's on his way down here. You need some light? Hey, we got new neighbors up the street, man.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed we never use flashlights.
Yeah, I prefer it in the dark.
Hang on, we gotta shut this off. Train coming. I don't want to get seen.
I've been in the dark all my life.
That's what I hear, dude. Oh, here comes the choo-choo. Ah, that's the most awesomest thing in the world. You want me to keep the fire going? Gotta put some coffee on? Yeah, that's what's left of your shelter, dude. Check out the neighbors. Actually, Jeremy started it. He's got his cooler buried. Are you helping out there?
I think I might work on helping him out a little bit here. I think he's
a little.
Got to thicken that up a little bit.
Yeah. Got the fire pit dug out again.
Yeah.
Oh man, he got into my trash bag. There's his pack.
There's your ladder.
Yeah, and it's holding up his roof, it looks like.
Was that what he was going to eat?
Yeah, I guess. There's the bag for you, Jeremy. That's yours. I left that for you.
I'll drag it out.
I wonder if there's any good food in there. Are you hungry?
I bet you there's some steak.
Let's get some, dude. Okay, you got the fire out, all covered up. And I am very satisfied that it is out. It won't be that hard to dig up next time I come out here. Or if I use this spot again. But I'm impressed that a little shelter came out. Freaking Bigfoot up there. Hey, Bigfoot, settle down. Hey, don't forget your canteens down here.
I know.
You want me to drag it up there? Or?
If you want to bring my hawk and that walking stick and my water bottle up here, that's fine.
That's cool. All right, I'm going to bring Bigfoot stuff up to him.
Blocking wind.
Yeah, you did a good job, man. You're really helping these people out. Well, dude, I'm going to leave you to your work.
All right, he should be back out here any moment.
I'll probably pass him on the trail. I think I'm going to just go diagonally. I haven't decided which direction I'm going to go yet. Not too worried about it. Pretty hard to get lost out. Oh my God, what is that over there? I'm just messing with you.
gonna say, is that him?
I don't think that's him, dude. That's full on Bigfoot.
Wave at him.
It's a little freaky, man. Well, if you had to take care of a mountain lion. I know, dude. I'm gonna, yeah. You know what they say, either die fighting or die tired.
You're not gonna see him coming. Well, I'll tell you what, when it gets to this one, you have to like see him, you're gonna want nothing to do with him.
First you say it, then you're gonna do it. I think you're going the wrong way, dude. Yeah. How good. Thanks, man. Yeah, he's taking the wrong way anyway.